Welcome. This is the wisdom of the Avadhut Gita. Ramana Maharshi was widely regarded to exemplify its teachings. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. Know yourself. This is Richard Clarke. Today I'll read from and comment on Chapter 2 of the Avadhut Gita, verses 11 and 12, about your true self, and I'll provide an inquiry for each verse to deepen your experience. Verse 11, it pervades space-time. Nothing pervades it. From limitations ever free, eternally the same, with nothing outside it and nothing within. It abides. Verse 12, Atman, of which the high yogis speak, most subtle, beyond perception, without attributes, must be realized step by step, and not by sudden violence. My comments. Let's explore these verses from the Avadhut Gita in the context of Ramana Maharshi's teachings. I'll explain each verse and give you a corresponding self-inquiry. Verse 11, it pervades space-time. Nothing pervades it. From limitations ever free, eternally the same, with nothing outside it and nothing within. It abides. Ramana Maharshi referred to the self as all-pervading, transcending the limitations of time and space. He encourages you to turn your attention inward, to directly experience this all-pervading nature. He said that the self is not confined by the physical body or the external world. It exists beyond the boundaries of space and time. Ramana explained that the self is indivisible and cannot be divided by any concept, form, or object, just as the space within a pot is not separate from the space outside the pot. The self remains untouched by the divisions created by the mind. Nothing can truly pervade the self, as it is beyond the dualistic distinctions of subject and object. Ramana guides you to inquire into your own nature, to investigate who is experiencing these limitations, and to recognize that what seem to be limitations are just projected by the mind. Your mind thinks it is limited. You believe in your mind, so you do too. You think you are limited, but the true self is eternally free from such limitations and remains unchanging. Maharshi taught that the nature of the self is unchanging and eternal. While experiences come and go, the underlying awareness that witnesses these experiences remains constant. So inquire into the source of this unchanging awareness and abide in it. Know it, since you are it. Ramana emphasized that the self is not confined to any particular location within the body or mind. It is the substratum of consciousness upon which, in which all experiences rise. By turning your attention inward through self-inquiry, you can discover that the self abides as the core of your own being. Ask, who am I? To direct attention to the source of consciousness. Discard anything that comes and goes. Inquire, what within me remains the same, regardless of life's changes. This inquiry guides you to awareness that's constant, irrespective of the external world. What within me remains the same, regardless of life's changes. Verse 12, Atman, of which the high yogis speak, most subtle, beyond perception, without attributes, must be realized step by step and not by sudden practice. This verse emphasizes the subtle and attributeless nature of the self, as well as the need for a gradual and patient approach to its realization. These concepts resonate with Ramana Maharshi's teachings, which revolve around the practice of self-inquiry, the dissolution of the ego, and the direct experience of the unchanging and formless reality as your real identity. In this verse, Atman refers to the true self. Ramana taught that the self is beyond the grasp of ordinary perception and thought. You can't find it by thinking about it. It cannot be objectified since it's not an object of experience like the external world. Similarly, the self is attributeless. It doesn't possess any qualities, characteristics, or attributes that can be described or conceptualized. To know the true self, Ramana emphasized a patient and gradual approach to self-realization. He advocated self-inquiry as the best method to explore the nature of the self. It's a step-by-step process that involves diving deep into self-exploration, questioning, and self-awareness. Maharshi cautioned against seeking sudden and forceful experiences or realizations. He discouraged seekers from pursuing intense spiritual experiences that arise suddenly and without proper understanding. Such experiences might be confusing, and whatever is the case, they are temporary states rather than a lasting self-realization. Instead, he advocated for a calm and introspective approach to realizing the self. He said, if it comes, it goes. What does not come or go? By engaging in sincere self-inquiry and letting go of the need for sudden and forceful experiences, you align with Ramana Maharshi's teachings and can move towards the direct realization of your true nature. This is experience, not a thought. Inquire. Contemplate the nature of your own consciousness. Notice the awareness that allows you to experience thoughts, emotions, and sensations. Ask, can I perceive this consciousness directly? Can I find any attributes within it, such as color, shape, or form? You can't see awareness, consciousness with your mind. Mind cannot grasp it. You know it directly, though. You know it because you are it. You know it directly, non objectively. The Avadhut Gita aligns with Ramana Maharshi's teachings on self inquiry and the non dual nature of reality. They guide you to explore your own consciousness, transcend limitations, and gradually realize the subtle essence of your true self. By regularly engaging in inquiry with sincerity and open mindedness, you can experience a deeper understanding of the verses from the Avadhut Gita and knowledge of yourself. So inquire, know yourself, and be always free and at peace. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this Ramana Maharshi video, subscribe, like, and send me a comment.